said about SNAP. Section 8 about to cut off mid-November. After mid-November, they don't got no more Section 8. So to my landlords who do Section 8 houses, to my tenants who are on Section 8, I feel for y'all because I already know what's about to hit y'all. But let December roll around. Y'all think the food stamp people finna be complaining? Oh, it's gonna be the food stamps people and Section 8 people. And the government ain't opening back up. I hope y'all know that. It's closed for good.
Y'all crying now about them food stamps, EBT or whatever you want to call it. But wait until they hit you with them Section 8, okay? Because Section 8 and food stamps is two different beasts, all right? You probably can go to the food pantry with the food stamps and get yourself some food probably for the month or something like that. But let me tell you something. When they shut off that Section 8, that's messing with everybody's money. Not only the people who's received Section 8, but when they don't receive Section 8, they can't pay their landlord. And their landlord have to pay other people. So when you stop paying the landlord, you leave the landlord no other choice but to rent to somebody who can pay the rent. You understand? I know too many people who also have rental property that rent their property out to the government. What's going to happen to them when they can't receive? Some of those people got mortgage to pay. They just only use the opportunity to rent the property out to the government. What's going to happen when they don't receive their money? They got to pay their mortgage. They wasn't expecting that. And I know a lot of people who's made a life of just buying property and renting it out to the government and having the government to pay them for Section 8. What happens when all of that stops? What can they do? So Section 8 is a whole different beast. So you better hold on to something right now, because let me tell you something. When they start messing with that Section 8, and I understand because I really do believe that people need to divorce these government programs, because you see how is it going, and I understand economics a lot, why they have to do certain things, because too many people got their hands in the pot, okay, and that's what's messing up the system right now. I understand how it goes, okay, but I'm just saying, when they hit that, when they start on that Section 8, that's going to hurt a lot of people, okay? Not just the recipient, the people who's getting the Section 8, but we're talking about the landlords, we're talking about investors, we're talking about a whole lot of people who's not going to get paid by the government starting January. Think about it.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Wakwakwadah, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the mighty Akim, Wakwathium, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this bound captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, we are going to be talking about this whole, this video that this brother had uploaded, first snap EBT, now Section 8 is being cut off. And, that's actually a big thing. The women of Babylon are in trouble. I actually don't know if the statistics for Section 8, I think it might be, I don't know. I'm not going to make any assumptions, and I don't really feel like searching it, but I will do a quick Google search. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Bear with me one moment. Statistics. Who is on?
Job's response challenges us to let go of our need for control and to rest in the truth that God's ways are higher than ours. As Job sits in the ashes, humbled by God's revelation.
I think that it's so-called. Hold on. It says. The AI overview says like black people are disproportionate. blacks and Latinos are disproportionate, but I want to make sure because I want an actual number. Let's see. So bear with me one moment. According to some charts of American community, non-Hispanic whites are 71% of all households in America. Whites are also 56%. Okay, what the hell? Can we please?
I am angry with you and your two friends because you have not spoken the truth about me as my servant Job has. Job 42:7.
Slakia, just a lot of reading. I know you can't see it, but just bear with me one moment. I wish the freaking numbers. It says 45% of are black, I think. 35 are white. Are we going to? Okay, so yeah, I think it says definitively. I want to say 45% are black and 35% are white. So yeah, now this is actually something that's actually targeted towards so-called black people, of course, which is of course, that's what they were doing. That's what they mainly do. But now another thing is the other people that are also suffering as a result of it. All right, so this is just another thing similar to what I did with the last lesson involving the EBT stuff, but I kind of want to get into this a bit more because this is an example of putting all your eggs in one basket, not eggs in one basket, putting all your trust in the enemy, putting all your trust in Esau. And this is the thing that speaking from personal experience, I actually know what that feels like, where you're putting your trust in someone and then they just backdoor you, they pull the rug from under you when you are relying on them for something and stuff like that. And then it's just like, okay, well, you know what? Fuck it, I don't care anymore. I'm not doing this good thing or whatever. I'm not going to be nice. I'm just going to pull the rug from under you and let you fall or suffer and whatnot. All right, which that's a very terrible feeling. Let's actually get that. It is when Sirach 14:7, and if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. Basically, when Esau does good, it is never actually good. It has conditions and terms and services, all those freaking long things that nobody freaking actually reads. Well, some people do read it actually, but very few. All right, and basically this is the stuff that goes on where Esau is intentionally trying to force people to be dependent on him. And actually, I actually see that now. I actually understand I understand it a lot more now, because you're thinking of most people will be thinking like, okay, yeah, what is this government assistance programs and stuff like that, and how is this good for Esau? How is this, or why would Esau be doing it? And the thing about that is it ties into the MOTB, and the reason why it does is because what happens is during the transitional period, which Yahawadah does, this is the transitional period. All right, what happens is you are so used to the normal things of Section 8, EBT or whatever government assistance that you're getting. Okay, maybe there's more, and I don't have the names of them or whatever immediately. But the thing about that is how when they say, okay, well, we're not offering these things anymore, but we're going to be implementing a new program. Okay, 2 months after, because we're not doing those programs anymore, and those programs are not coming back anymore. So you have to either get this new program or not, and that's when they say, okay, well, now we have the MOTB. So now, if you want if you want to be provided, if you want us to take care of you, and you don't have to do all those extra stuff, then you better come and get all this stuff, all right? Or we're not going to help you, or we're not going to be involved. You're just going to have to deal with all this stuff and whatnot. And that's where the a part of the snares come into play, all right? Because that was basically the thing that I was thinking about many years ago. Because the thing is, I think 10 years ago, I want to say 10 years ago, maybe more, I was thinking to myself, before the truth, and even during the truth, I was thinking like, okay, so how are they going to get people? Because a lot of people know what the MOTB is. They're aware of all this stuff about it, because it's very, I think it's one of the things that it's not necessarily that it's obvious, but it's kind of like already been established to a certain degree, not in extensive detail, but to a certain degree. I think people understand, like, okay, as soon as they implement something that that says, oh, you can't buy and sell anymore without this, then people will know, okay, yeah, this is the MOTB. But the thing is that a lot of people, they get used to, okay, well, I need money, I need the government assistance, I need this in order to survive. So as a result of that, when they take away those things, then because again, like 40 million people are on EBT, so that's a lot of people, where a lot of people that potentially just like, okay, well, because I don't have the funds, because I don't have the money, I don't have the whatever to provide, all right, then that means that I'm just in a terrible spot. I'm just in a terrible position, and I don't have a choice but to accept the terms of which they're going to give us the food, the money, the whatever, all right? So I'm over here struggling, and I don't have a choice but to take it, because if I don't, then I'm just going to starve to death. I'm going to be homeless, I'm going to be whatever. And so as a result of that, because people don't want to starve or be hungry or all that stuff, then they're just going to say, okay, whatever, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to do, just stick it in me or whatever. Pause. Slocky. Pause. That super pause. Pause. All right. Put it in the hand. Put the C-hip in the hand or the forehead. All right. Pause again. That's, I know I don't say this oftentimes, but in these lessons, but yes, still pause. The thing is that, yeah, you don't want to, or Slocky, people might be aware of it, but as desperation starts to take hold, then it's just like, okay, well, I don't really care about any of this other stuff, the MOTB, I just need this and stuff like that. And then they have more what's the word, reliance on Esau rather than the Lord, YAHAWASHI, because the Lord is going to take care of his, not everyone, the people that trust him, all right? So that actually gets into some of these precepts, Slakia, for being so long-winded. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked of my mouth." Egypt is spiritually Babylon, by the way. Continuing on, "To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt." So they're trusting in Egypt rather than YAHAWASHI, okay? "Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion." Okay. I also want to get jumping down to verse 12. "Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise his word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore the iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly and instant." So basically, the destruction from YAHAWASHI is going to come because these people chose, okay, yeah, I'm gonna trust in Esau rather than YAHAWASHI. And a lot of people, what's it called? There were some camps that was even saying that, okay, well, if you're being forced to take certain things, all right, like the what's that one thing called? The C9V, all right, when they were telling people to take the Dorito chip, those people, a lot of people took it. All right. A lot of people just said, or there was a camp that said, if you're being forced to take it, just take it for your job. If you need to keep your job X, Y, and Z, rather than saying, no, don't take it. If you're going to lose your job, trust that the Lord is going to either help you keep your job or get you another job or whatever the Lord has in plan. You just trusting the process that the Lord's going to protect you or help you or guide you out of whatever bad situation that you're in. Where, of course, we all need what's it called? Not just jobs, but what's the word? To be provided for. All right, but it's not. It doesn't have to be through the traditional means of the thing, which is why a lot of times, a lot of brothers that I know, they didn't take the stuff, and look at them now. Everything is going well, and a lot of us still got to work out. Everything worked out with us, where we either got to keep our jobs, we got to we found a new job, we did whatever and stuff like that. Okay. So, yeah, it basically the Lord made it so that it worked out, and there was no issue. I don't think I did. I don't remember for that job. But anyway, I'm not gonna talk about myself. I should not talk about myself. But yeah, that's basically how things go. All right. Judges chapter 10, verse 14. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. So yeah. This is another thing, because you chose to trust in Yahweh, and not to trust, because you chose to trust in Esau rather than Yahawadah. Then go let Esau protect you. Esau provide for you more when he says, "Oh well, we're not giving any more government benefits or any of that stuff like that." So then when Jacob's trouble, and we are actually vastly gaining on when it comes to Jacob's trouble. Like, things are starting to grow more and more in that direction. All right, so for that, Slacky, for that, we are seeing these things happening and growing more and more and being more of an issue. What we have to do is, we just have to continue to please Yahawadah, and of course there are certain things that we can do that to kind of minimize or help our situations. So what we do is we minimize and help our situation out, of course, but that doesn't mean that you should be saying, okay, well, I'm just gonna forfeit and give everything to Esau Edom. It's about moving in wisdom and not just surrendering yourself completely to Esau. All right. Psalms chapter 20 verse 7. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our power. Basically, people, they get too comfortable. Oh yeah, when the up and coming war, up and coming this, the famine, whatever, the government got us. Where a lot of people today, they understand that, what, if let's say some terrible stuff happened, yeah, people, they know, like, nah, Esau is not going to take care of us. If there is a freaking what's it called? What's that thing called? It's like say for example, if there's some sort of zombie apocalypse, if you've heard of these, if you've seen some zombie apocalypse movie or any type of post-apocalyptic movie, whenever something happens, they always say, okay, yeah, I'm not trusting the government. I'm not waiting for the government. They're always going to do some BS to fuck over the people. So like you have to rely on yourself. But there's a lot of the people today, ironically, even though a lot of people see these movies, they're just gonna be like, "Oh, let's just go to the government. The government's gonna take care of us. The government's gonna tell us what to do. Oh, they got us and whatnot." Well, the reality of it is that no, they do not give a damn about you. They do not care about you. You're done. If something like that happens, you are just done. All right, you're fucked. There's literally no nicer way to put it. Psalms 37 verse 24, though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. And that's for those that trust in Yahawadah. You might fall, you might suffer, you might struggle, but the Lord's not going to make it so that you fall all the way. The Lord's going to take care of those that trust in him. And as a matter of fact, let's get this, and then we'll end off here. Sirach chapter 2 verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? So who did the Lord despise that called upon him? Who did the Lord leave when they trusted in him, when they called upon the name of YAHAWASHI and actually believed that, oh yeah, the YAHAWASHI is going to take care of me, he's going to deliver, he's going to do everything, and everything's going to work out simply because, yes, this is the Lord YAHAWASHI. So as a result of that, this is where this is what's waiting for us: deliverance and protection. So with that, I pray that this was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawadah, Yahawashi, Yahawadah, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, Abad, Ball, and Shalom.